Have an idea for an online business, but you're just not sure if you're ready to take that leap? These are the 3 things you can go through to make sure that you are totally ready to start out online. Now, when it comes to online business, there are a million different ways that you can start out, and there's a million different things that you can do. But before you even dip your toes into the online world, there are a few things you want to take into consideration before you get started. I like to call this my foundational pyramid, and essentially we're going to walk through each step to make sure that we're ready to start our online business. Now, I call it foundational because no matter what kind of business you're starting, you need a good foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, you're going to have a whole bunch of holes in your business plan and you're gonna move way slower and you're not gonna get the traction that you're looking for. So the very bottom of this is our confidence code. And this is where we kind of have to do a little reflecting on ourselves, a little bit of inside work to make sure that we're ready to take the next steps. This is things like finding quizzes and assessments to understand your strengths and weaknesses. You want to identify what those limiting beliefs are, because if you are 30, 60, 90 days into your business, those are the things that are going to stop you from moving forward and following your dreams. And what we want to do at this step is we want to make sure that we can turn those limiting beliefs into a growth mindset. Now, I have a whole quiz for this on the confidence code. I'll link it below. You can check it out. So when we know that we're actually ready to move forward and what does this actually look like I said, you're going to have a better understanding of your strengths and how you can leverage them. You are going to have strategies to overcome that imposter syndrome, and that's going to be rooted in those limiting beliefs. They're still going to show up. It doesn't matter how successful in your business, you're still going to have that voice in your head that makes you question what you're doing. But if we can have strategies to overcome it, you're going to be way further than the rest of them, and you'll be able to move past those limiting beliefs. And then in my world, we're going to have your own rich hot lady vibe. You're going to know who this person is, how this feels, because you're going to want to embody that person in your business. Once you feel like you have checked the boxes on all of those, we're going to move into the aligned passion. And this is really when it comes to creating a business that you love, something that you are excited to wake up on Monday morning to do. And this is really the planning phase. So this is where we have to uncover why we're going to do what we want to do. We want to determine what your passions and your hobbies are and how we can create that into an actual business. And then obviously create a mission and a vision. And I don't mean this in like a super boring business way. I just mean setting the intention of why you've started your business, and then also a plan of the big future goal of what you want to do and how you actually want to impact and change people's lives in the world. Again, once you've gotten into this phase, this is how we're going to know that you're ready to move on to the next. You're going to have real clarity on what your passions are and how those translate into your purpose of your business. And you're going to have a plan of your mission and your vision, and it's going to align with all of your values and your goals. Once you feel good about this, we're going to start talking about goals. We're going to get into that. And that's what happens that's what happens at the top here when we actually get into purposeful planning. This is when we start to take action. This is where we sit down and we look at what habits you have right now that you're going to need to change and what ones that work and you can just keep doing them. And then we're going to create an actual tangible action plan and break it down, because in the planning phase, you could write down all these great things, but if you don't have a step-by-step framework to take action, you could get paralyzed with this huge amount of work that you need to do, because running your own business is a lot of work, but it's a big project made up of a bunch of little steps. And if you already decided that you have the confidence to move forward, you are doing a business that you truly love and are inspired by, you're going to be so excited to take on every little step to reach those big goals. So once we've gotten this done, we are literally ready to start our own business. And we're going to know, because we're going to have a clear step-by-step path to follow to reach our business dreams. So if you're ready to jump into this with me, like I said, I have a confidence coach quiz you can grab, and then everything else here is outlined further with the next steps in my webinar, which I'll also link below. And it is a online income blueprint, and we go over the 3 steps you need to do to start your online business.